Now, the first question which I'll be discussing with you is this. Now, before starting with the questions, I would like you to note one thing, that these questions, they are just the recall questions, and I mean the options might be a little bit changed, or a clinical history a little bit changed, because it is all a recall. But then the what I have intended here in these questions, that the concept remains right and the essence of the questions remains right. So if you see this question, a 48-year-old obese man came to the OPD with a complaint of epigastric pain. He also complains of foreign body sensation in the throat. Now, the examiner tells the upper GI endoscopy is done, and the esophageal biopsy, which is taken by the endoscopy, finding revealed the following changes as shown in the image. Please comment on the process shown in the image. Now, when you see this picture, this is a picture which some students told me that it was given in the exam. Now, if you see this picture, guys, one thing which you know when you see this kind of a picture is that the picture, whatever it is, I mean, whatever is happening inside, that is a different issue. But then this is the biopsy which have been taken from the esophagus. Okay. Now, we have discussed this many times in the class, that esophagus normally have a squamous epithelium. So it's a simple cells, squamous epithelium. But in this picture, when you see, what you are seeing here is that in this picture, you can divide this picture into two halves. This is how you can divide this picture into two halves. Now, on the left side, you are seeing something else, and on the right side, you are seeing something else. So that means that there are not only one type of cells which are present in the esophagus, that is a squamous cell. There is something else also present. Now, we have discussed this already in the class, that the long, tall cells, they are called as columnar cells. Okay, so now you are getting what, instead of the squamous cells, these are the squamous cells here, right? You see this, these are the squamous cells. All the left side portion consists of the squamous cells. Now you are getting something else on the right side, in which you are seeing tall cells and the glandular cells. Okay, and we have discussed this in the class also, that glandular cells means, the columnar cells basically are coming over there. So now what is happening, that the squamous cells, ideally what should have been, that from here till here, what should have been? All the cells should be of this variety if the esophagus was normal. But now what you are getting, that the squamous cells, they are shifting to the columnar cells. Okay. So now what is happening, when one type of adult cell is converting into another kind of adult cell, you call it as a metaplasia. So now one thing is for sure, that this thing is a metaplasia. Okay. So if you see the options, what are you getting? See, in the options, the examiner has said intestinal metaplasia. First option was intestinal metaplasia. We'll come to this option. Squamous metaplasia, how to rule out? Squamous metaplasia. What is squamous metaplasia? Squamous metaplasia means any kind of adult cell converting into a squamous cell. But because this is an esophageal biopsy, we know that the squamous cells are present there normally. So squamous cells are converting into something else, so it cannot be a squamous metaplasia. So this is not the right answer for this question. Now, anaplastic changes. We have learned this in the class many times, that what is anaplasia? Anaplasia means abnormal growth. Anaplasia means undifferentiated growth, जिसको आप difference नहीं कर सकते. Cells के बीच में you are not able to make a difference. But if you see this growth which is happening, now in this growth you can tell me that there are different kinds of cells. We are getting blue color cells, pink color cells, if we go by that. So it is not an anaplasia. It's not an anaplasia. Anaplasia looks more dangerous. The NC ratio of the cells, right? The pleomorphism, it's too much in anaplasia. We have seen those slides in the classes. So this is not an anaplasia. This is not an anaplastic change. So this cannot be the answer. Dysplasia is a disordered growth. This is not even a dysplastic change. Because in dysplasia, again the NC ratio is going to be different from the normal ratios, and there would be a pleomorphism. Not as much as anaplasia, but then in dysplasia also there is a pleomorphism. There is high NC ratio. So all those things are not seen in this image. So again, this is not this. Now what is it then? It is squamous converting into a columnar metaplasia. So it's an example of columnar metaplasia, but I hope you remember that I told you one more thing, that whenever we are talking about something related to the, esophageal changes, I told you that beta G, when you are seeing this, you have to remember this image. Now this is the image which is going to give you a very high insight. Now what is it? What are you seeing in this? I'm saying it's an esophageal biopsy I have taken from the part where the problem was occurring. So you would say that, sir, we are getting three different things here. One thing is that I am not seeing any squamous cells. So one thing is this. That means it's not a normal esophageal biopsy. Then you are seeing these tall cells, right? These tall cells. So that means what kind of cells they have become? These are tall. So they become columnar cells. So you will be saying, sir, it's an esophageal biopsy and I'm getting a columnar cell here. So it becomes a columnar metaplasia, and in Barrett's, it's not a simple columnar metaplasia. There is one more thing which comes here, and that thing is these cells. Are you seeing these cells? Now we have discussed this also many times in the class, that these cells, they are called as goblet cells. What they are called as? Goblet cells. And you know that the normal location of these goblet cells, because what is the normal location? The normal location of these goblet cells are the intestines. So basically, when you are getting something which is normally present in the intestine, in the esophagus, so what kind of, it's a metaplasia, but then what kind of tissue is coming? Something from the intestine, like from the intestine. So it is called as intestinal metaplasia. So columnar metaplasia to hai, but because of the presence of these goblet cells, we call it as intestinal metaplasia. And I hope you remember other points also from Barrett's. I mean, because of this situation, the correct answer for this question becomes the intestinal metaplasia. Okay. Now, one more thing I would like to tell you here is that these goblet cells, they are the hallmark feature. We have discussed this many times. They are what? They are the hallmark feature of Barrett's esophagus. Presence of these goblet cells. Okay. What does the goblet cell secrete? The goblet cells, they secrete mucin, right? They are secreting the mucin. And third thing, which is very important with Barrett's esophagus, that Barrett's esophagus is a pre-malignant condition. Why we call it as a pre-malignant condition? See, why Barrett's is happening? Barrett's is happening because of the continuous insult which is happening to the lower part of the esophagus. So, the cell is trying to adapt to this insult. So first the adaptation will happen and this metaplasia will happen in the adaptation. That cell tries to adapt to the situation. The acid is getting up. Now this is damaging the esophageal epithelium, and it changes into an epithelium which can sustain the acid insult. So what is the epithelium which can sustain the acid insult? That is a columnar epithelium. That is why the columnar epithelium is coming in the lower part of the esophagus to avoid get safe from the acid insult. But if this insult keeps on happening, if something is keep on damaging the esophageal epithelium, what will happen? This metaplasia which you are seeing, it will convert into a dysplasia. Okay, let's see this picture. See, normally our esophagus looks like this. So I hope you are able to see that, see the squamous. There is no gland in a normal esophagus. This is a normal esophagus. Okay. Now, if you move towards the right side, what has happened? In the right side, what is happening? I hope you are seeing the glands now. The glands have come. And then you must be seeing these blanks, spaces. This space, this space, this space. What are these cells? These are goblet cells. So as soon as you see glands and goblet cell, you are saying it's a Barrett's esophagus. Very simple. Now, if the insult does not stop here, beta, then this thing moves towards this. Now, what is it? Now, for yourself, you can see for yourself that the Barrett's esophagus still looks a little better as compared to the picture in which you are seeing the dysplasia. Now, in the dysplasia, what you're seeing, you are seeing more dangerous cells. The NC ratio is increased. The cells have become more bluer, right? And the nucleus have become larger. So now the dysplasia is happening, disordered growth is happening. If it does not stop here, then what happens? It gets into a high-grade dysplasia. Now you can see they look more dangerous now. The NC ratio is more, you can see for yourself the cytoplasm of these cells is getting low. The pink color, which signifies the cytoplasm, is getting low, and the blue color is rising, dark blue color. So the nucleuses are becoming big. Okay, and then if here also things doesn't stop, this high-grade dysplasia can move on to become an adenocarcinoma. Now this is the picture of adenocarcinoma. Okay, so a Barrett's esophagus, which is just an adaptation against the acid insult which is happening to the esophagus, if we do not stop the insult, patient has got chances of ending up into cancer. Therefore, we call that Barrett's esophagus, it's a pre-malignant condition. What it is? It's a pre-malignant condition. Okay, so this is all about the Barrett's esophagus, because this time they have asked about the metaplasia. Next time they can ask anything else. Okay, and it's a very important question. So the answer for this question, what you are seeing in this image, you are seeing the intestinal metaplasia. Okay, this was one question.